hanging out in the studio with David Ball, getting ready for the big show tonight coming up at the Beacon Club. Come on out and join us. It's going to be a great time. My first time meeting you, and I always like to try and find out a little bit more about the artist, what kind of background they have in music, maybe some of who their influences were. When you grew up listening to music, what made you want to be a musician?
You know, listening to radio, hearing songs on the radio. Me and my older brother would sit in the car and listen to it, and we'd go, shoot, I can write a song better than that. And he went on to be a good trombone player, but he got into all kind of other things. And I started writing songs and playing songs, and by the time I was in latter part of high school, I was in a real good folk band, and I was playing the upright bass, slapping the doghouse, and we did a lot of picking and, you know, kind of light blue, like Doc Watson kind of stuff over there in Carolina. And then I wound up in Texas, and I kind of came under the spell of the big dance hall sound, you know, with the twin fiddles and that kind of stuff. And I've just always been a big fan of music, but really it's the songs, you know, that's what got me. The words, Roger Miller, that kind of stuff was something I listened to, you know, when I was like 12 or 13 years old, and it really caught me.
So what would you say, to this point in your career, what's the proudest moment thus far? You talked about the Opry. But
the day I pinned this alligator in Florida.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I had to get dirty with him. You know, I need him in you know, some illegal moves. But I subdued him.
Was this before mixed martial arts?
Yeah. But, you know, in all fairness, the alligator was about 1.5 feet.
Just a little bitty thing.
Yeah.
So
but still, he was vicious. He was vicious. I stomped on him good.
You sure it wasn't a lizard? You sure it was a gator?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a gator.
Because I've been in Florida. There's some big lizards
down there. It was a gator.
Too.
I gave him some tainted meat. He ate that, and then I stomped him. I took out. But that was my, you know, one of my proudest moments. You know.
I can see why.
Yeah. Very proud of that. I didn't get in any trouble with the game warden.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Did you put it back in the wild, or do you have him stuffed someplace on the bus?
He was just, it was a ruin. You couldn't. I wanted to stuff it, but it was just beyond, you know, stuffing.
We should get you a gator skin guitar strap.
I've got one. Yeah.
Get a band on the cowboy hat.
I think that'd be great. You can tell that story from the stage, and then that's where I got the guitar strap.
That's right.
Boots.
Wouldn't be enough skin for boots.
1.5 feet.
Yeah, unless you got real little feet.
Let's see. I can tell that you like to have fun. You big practical joker?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
What, I know when you guys get out on the road, you guys
I
like
can't tell you what
jokes.
we did the last one, okay?
You can't?
But no.
Why not?
Well,
that's the whole point of asking the
fit.
questions.
Well, he put a condom on my hamburger.
What are you doing leaving
and
the
I
food
tell you what,
unprotected?
the hamburger I was eating.
Still in the wrapper.
You gotta make sure you protect your hamburgers.
That's right.
We're hanging out with David Ball. You know, I'm so looking forward to seeing this show tonight at the Beacon Club. We want everybody to come out and join us. It's going to be a great time. Tell me about the song "Thought of You."
Well, that's one from my first record that was called Thinking Problem, and this was one everybody liked to come out and dance to, and it was a big song for me. We put it out as a single, and you know, it just helped get me started. You know, this was so we'll play it for you right now.
Okay, appreciate that. It's David Ball, ladies and gentlemen, hanging out here with us here at My Country 95.5.
Well, it can happen any moment, without reason or rhyme. It might be right around the corner, or it'll come up from behind. A picture that I thought would fade, but I still clearly see when the thought of you catches up with me. It can happen on a Sunday drive, sky above a shade of blue. some lonesome highway, then you come into view. Mile after mile goes by, oh, but you're all I see. When the thought of you catches up with me, when the thought of you comes to mind, oh, it'll carry me away to a better place in time. It can happen in the dead of night, any day of the week. Sometimes you come find me, oh, when I'm in bed asleep. I'll have a dream about you, and I sure love what I see. When the thought of you catches up with me, when the thought of you catches up with me, when the thought of you catches up with me.
It's David Ball hanging out with us in the studio here this afternoon, getting ready for the big show tonight coming up at the Beacon Club. Yeah, I love that song.
Oh, thank you. You remember that one?
I do. Well, actually, Thinking Problem, still probably one of my top 10 all-time CDs.
Yeah.
Just because of the fact, I rate my CDs, is how I do it, based on whether or not I can throw it in the CD player in the truck and drive to wherever I'm going out in the country and back and not have to take it out.
There you go.
If I can do that to a CD, then it gets onto my list. And that is one of them. It's always been one of them since, like I said, about 1990-ish, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
When Thinking Problem came out. Like I
Well,
said.
you know, moving and driving, that's always been a big influence on me. You know, you put those two things together. I love traveling, and I love playing music, and, you know, something about going down the road listening to that music, it's good for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's therapeutic.
Yes.
So, and like you said,
I
especially
think Barney Fife said that.
Did he?
Yes.
It's therapeutic. I got to work on a Barney Fife accent. That would be hilarious. But we're talking with David Ball, who's going to be in concert tonight at the Beacon Club. You can come out and join us this evening. It's going to be a great show. Everything gets underway about 7 o'clock this evening. And when we come back, there's something I like to do with artists when I get them in the studio. It's called 8 Seconds with Rodeo Rick. It's a little word association.
Beautiful.
And normally I ask the artist if they're scared, don't be scared kind of deal. But I think in this case, the roles are reversed. I'm more afraid of what your answer is.
The answer is peanuts.
That's when we come back. David Ball in studio hanging out with us in My Country 95.5.